this collective messages. So please keep in mind that not all my messages will resonate with everyone at this time. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for another. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get into the collective messages. I just did Leo, and I may come back and do Aquarius, but I don't know. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. We got a dream here. We got confront. Could be something your dreams are telling you at this time, collective, of what either you need to confront within yourself or what is confronting you for some reason. Some concerns with Saturn, confronting concerns with the South Node. Now is not the time to return this energy as it is being sent. When you naturally detach, the energy will naturally return. Wait for that helicopter to go by. All right, it's about your actions. So it's about the actions you take from the messages that you receive, collective. So that it would be then acknowledging you received the message, or if you don't take the action, that would be acknowledging to the universe and whatever you subscribe to, your higher self or God or what have you. You do have a circle of friends that could be an influence. It's all about the balance and the cooperation and the partners that you create a balanced, stable partnership with. The relationships around you that are stable. So it's putting time, attention, and focus on what supports you. It's acknowledging what is not supportive, but it's also releasing it. Now, this was the first card in a Leo's reading, except it's on the flip side now. So you've already been through the trouble and the anxiety. Now it's time to remember or reconsider that what draws one back into it. Or if remembering is triggering, there's something obviously to still heal from that trigger. Not to keep triggering the trigger. A trigger occurs to heal, not to just trigger over and over and over with these concerns. It's a lesson, okay? So Saturn brings huge lessons, huge life lessons, huge karmic lessons, huge responsibility kind of lessons, okay? This could be about communications or a Gemini or just energy. Okay, so could be that Virgo. This could be overanalyzing. I might just say that anyway. Reconsider. So about the trigger, right? All right, there's a healing. You could be in your dreams receiving some kind of message to remember about your healing abilities, your personal healing abilities. Collecting. There's some kind of communications. It's time to be direct with your communications, or that is what you are allowing, direct communication, and not allowing indirect communications that lead to further triggers. Again, with the confrontation. Okay, so there's an energy wanting to possibly confront your new ability that is creating balance for yourself. And what is this energy for the collective? It's like information is going to come in possibly swiftly with that Gemini, okay? I've got the insights to understand And that tells me with this healing method and healing power, you are remembering who you are. Collective spiritual values, what is to be shared and how it's shared. I'm getting with the travel, a long range. So it's like the truth can travel far. Of course, any information can travel far, but the truth remains the same as it travels. Does that make sense? Okay, there's an energy that wants to resurrect some ideas here. It has to do with whatever you're focusing on a different way of looking at. There's an unexpected change with this travel and thinking. If it's actual travel, you might be doing that in secret. And now you might actually say something about it. I don't know. Or you might come back and communicate yourself in a different way. Reinvented yourself or reinvented something. Reinvented the past. So if the past is in the present and all you have is now, it's how you remember the past. So you got, cellular memory that is remembering the past. It's your whole body and energy remembering things. And how much you overanalyze things as well. So don't overanalyze. Yeah. This is about who you are, though, and the actions that you take. So action taken from less overanalyzation are going to give you more positive results, okay? We do have freedom, associations, and circles of friends. So if there are groups or circles of friends involved, it is still about who you are. You still are responsible for your own actions, and you are possibly gaining attention as well. From the past or because of your past put you in a position of where you are now, and you have owned up to that. So therefore, if you've taken accountability and responsibility along the way, then it kind of maybe sets you in a different realm of category, even if it's a small change. All right, we got death here. Okay. Transforming, changing, transmuting, and this is energy doesn't die, it transforms. Okay, so energy just changes its form, right? So when you remember something, you have the ability to transmute that energy by seeing your part in it. 6 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Wands. Standing your ground, even though it just doesn't necessarily, whether you're being seen or not seen, standing your ground for yourself, not to be recognized or celebrated for it, for being yourself. I mean, of course, celebrate yourself for being yourself. So there's something about your dreams here. So I want to see what is that energy about the dream showing up for the collective. A 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So whatever's coming up from the past, to remember and release, and to release and heal, was deceptive. It was, again, with the recognition or celebrating, not being seen. This energy might have been deceptive to be seen. Okay, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's going swimmingly, like in the flow. This could have been a strategy you used. So a strategy that is like being reinforced because it helped you. So therefore, if something helped you and it was good for you, then that could be something that is being reinforced by the universe. That makes sense, I hope. 7 of Swords is becoming aware of what was deceptive in the past that you are being asked to remember. The Sun and the Moon. Sun upright, moon in reverse. I see strength, courage, star in reverse. Thinking about losing hope, the remembrance of this. So this trigger has to do with hope. And the more you analyze and communicate something, the more like doomy or gloomy it seems. Nine of Pentacles. But it's all the communication is based upon some kind of pattern that was created to begin with about a trigger. Yes. I do appreciate those likes, subscribes, comments are turned off. I don't know if I said that or not. But the same card, the sun and the moon, again, the sun and the moon. But hang on here. I got the 3 of Cups. All right, insights to understand this group, or you could be celebrating. There's truth. King of Swords. Wow. You restore. It's like some energy, lost hope when hope is restored. But the truth is like standing long range. I mean, it's like Archangel Michael can be, where he needs to be when he needs to be there. Okay, there was hard work that put in. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 88, infinite. So there's infinite wisdom and insight to understand here with Sagittarius, the world, 3 of Cups, justice in reverse. Something celebrating like 5 of Wands, celebrating competition. Chaos. All right, whatever, celebrating competition and chaos. You're being asked to remember, because that's what brings about the trigger to begin with. This is spying, looking at long range. Okay, this is gathering information for a 2 of Swords in reverse. Taking the blindfold off possibly, but this is also, it's such a far thing away. It's like, how can love? 9, worry was in the way. 9 of Swords in reverse, Lovers, Gemini, communication, something quick, innocent, Temperance in reverse, or you're innocent, standing your ground. Something was to, whatever happened was for you to transmute. I get back to the Death card. So this is all about nothing is fixed. Nothing is owned. Nothing is fixed. Nothing's in a fixed state here. Everything is in a point of non-fixation. So there was a fixation here that was unhealthy with the 7 of Swords. Okay, a fixation with the 3 of Wands. This is a fixation upon wanting something to occur, though. Hierophant, Lovers, Devil in reverse. Wow, so you kept the hope through the group for like humanity's sake thing here. Your ships are coming in regardless. Somebody was looking forward to a result, but they're not happy with the result. So what's this result? I'm not happy with it. So, because that's having an influence here. 8 of Cups in reverse. Not having a result of not moving to the 9 of Cups, staying in the emotions of it. So it's in the emotions of the hope. So hope can be restored by releasing the emotions that are attached to some kind of concepts, I want to say, concepts that are deceptive. And wow, there's a lot of burdens and a lot of hurt and a lot of things to let go of. 10-10, to end. End. To end things is up to the collective, not to things around you to end things that need to be ended. Ten of Wands, it had to do with carrying others' burdens or so many of your own burdens that it can create an experience and a remembrance. But then it's like, the faith of a mustard seed type of thing. So maybe you see a reason for it because your dreams are involved here. There's etheric energy involved here. There's an energy of, putting an end to outside influences that trigger over and over something that is a tower in reverse, constant movement, like 4 cups in reverse. Yeah, death, transforming something about your time or your energy and appreciating it. 9 of Cups in reverse, not giving to things because it's expected or unrest because of your choices. Yeah, putting boundaries up, distorted feminine, unhappy about some kind of information. Somebody's involved with it. Okay, here's the fact. Okay, somebody had a plan. They went to talk to a Taurus or a authority to change their situation, a spiritual authority, about a 5 of Cups being left out in the cold and then being in unrest because of some kind of traveling news, or there's some kind of information being gathered about a travel or your travel having to do with or for love or because of love, strength. Somebody had much courage to do this because of love, world, to close out a huge cycle, but there was a huge mirror here triggering remembrances and reconsiderations that actually keep on in a Saturn karmic light. I was going to say lesson, but I almost said license. Karmic license. Karmic, like maybe you have a karmic license. What's that about? Oh. Beyond your ability, done to death. The South Node. That's what I was saying. It's like over and over again, done to death. Death card, Scorpio. Walk away. Not being receptive to new ideas. Okay, so this is the real deal. You got the real deal, like here. Trust your feelings. Well, this is the real deal. This seems to be like fall time, though. Ships coming in around fall, or maybe you're taking a cruise in the fall. I don't know. Maybe to move forward and on. Yeah, this could be satisfying to move forward and on. But what's happening? You got the real deal here. Comes back to bite you. Okay, something is coming back to bite you when you reconsider and revisit it. There's a bitter taste and it goes sour. So something could be sour. I'm not even sure what kind of fruit or vegetable this is. Getting caught. Oh, okay. Comes back to bite you and then gets caught. Okay, so the energy that continues to do something over and over and over again is just getting caught up beyond their ability, done to death, not viable. That's why it's getting caught up, because it's been done over and over. And there's an energy that wants you to unite, but you have some kind of higher wisdom or idea here about it. Getting caught, somebody getting caught for wanting to unite, but you've already walked away, but somebody wants you to turn back and be open to old new ideas, but that's like what they're getting caught at, being recognized for, the same package in a different, the same contents in a different package. Came over here on Aries, getting caught. There's an energy that has blind spots with their information. I said the truth. Travels anywhere, anything else can, except it might be a lot slower. The truth is usually a lot slower. So, having blind spots, what you see isn't real. Somebody's not even getting the real information. All right, you are fulfilling your dreams, being refreshed or moving. I said long range move or travel could be moving, because there's something about getting caught in that loss and on the tail end of things, on pins and needles. Rough patch, and that's that South Node. To reconsider, and it's like, it could be obvious by now. Trust your feelings on this. You have something in which you are creating abundance, a budding star, budding, something's budding. So growth takes time. I mean, how many seeds do you plant that grow overnight and bear fruit? Oh, well, let's see. Oh, we got the same card. Seven of Swords in reverse twice to confirm this South Node anxiety trouble. When the real thing is like looking at you right in the face. Collective, death. Death again. Talked about death. It's all about the transformation. You got the real deal here. Don't overanalyze. There could be a group that's overanalyzing, or a group 33333 here. 333. Group collaboration. Hangman, Pisces. Receiving information slowly. Queen of Swords. There could be boundaries in the way. Some kind of blockage for the information to get from one place to another. Or physically get one place to another, or energetically move to calmer waters. Physically move to calmer waters. So something was blocking the movement, a loss of hope, or overanalyzing, or serving some kind of purpose that was losing hope. But it was meant to be a tower in the end. So meant to happen, meant to show loyalty, or the hard work that was put in, the emotional maturity that took place. Whatever your dreams are telling you, collective, whatever you're, got a King of Cups in reverse with a group. This is like having the lowest ideas here because of disappointment. So there was an expectation of the heart here, or a heart matter, or the matter of the heart. Somebody wanted their ships to come in, but it didn't. It happened a different way. Here, the Three of Wands is upright. You transmuted it. You didn't stop all the ships from coming in. You just changed the way they were working. Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Change something. Oh, I don't know what just changed. Hermit in reverse. Could have come out of Hermit mode to move. This is the real deal, though. No, wait a minute. The real deal's over here. Wait, we've got the blind spots. The blind spot. Okay, the blind spots. The resistance to change. The travel. Be careful traveling because there are blind spots. And we've got the collective. Outside energy, are you coming out of hermit mode? But I still say you've transmuted like 20 swords, so that's just a lot of of what you have absorbed before you knew better or something. Yeah, the Lovers, what you've absorbed. Knight of Swords in reverse. Some kind of too quick, too fast, like all on purpose or something. Something was fast paced, fast moving. Star in reverse. Fast moving toward a tower or lots of something. So something real could be gained. Because so the hope was attached to something that wasn't supposed to continue to begin with. That's some kind of lesson here. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, something that wasn't supposed to work out. Leo could be involved, or this is just the strength and the courage to move forward, move on, come out with the wisdom from the Hermit, if you're coming out of Hermit mode. This is the truth traveling slowly as well. Emperor. I got the Emperor, strength, Hermit. So there's like a change in status with the Sun. Wow, because of this happiness or this optimism, innocence, willing to learn in this group, seeing some kind of tools, not knowing what to do with the tools. So if you have tools and you don't know what to do with the tools, then they're not useful tools. Okay, so something like that, the Hermit in reverse, not useful tools. Collective. Okay, this is like really superficial information. So the tools that are being used to gather some, look at some kind of information. This is a definite imbalance. King of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Poor investments not well thought out. Two of Cups is here, upright, and a tower. So somebody went toward a Two of Cups and left a tower behind, possibly. Star in reverse. And went toward lovers. The Lovers. So what card am I going to use here? And where does the power come from? It comes from within. And I believe this is a dragon. So you've got dragon energy here. Where does the power come from? It comes from within. And here we have the Lovers. So using your intuitive abilities about these love choices of these groups gathering. Three of Cups. I just pointed to the Three of Cups. Here's the Three of Cups again. Okay, gathering. Could be gossip about what somebody's doing or they're happy. Okay. I'm not going to get into any more of that. I stay out of that petty things here in the tarot. I purposely don't use too many labels as well to further confuse things because I don't think that helps. All right, let's see. Lovers upright. You've got love without the competition. Okay, so you're seeing what was all happening here once you pull yourself back. Judgment, seeing what's happening here. Able to take, like, answer the call, or the horn is being blown. Is that Archangel Gabriel? The horn is being blown about choices, things going very swiftly. Too fast, how can anybody keep up? That's probably not the truth anyway. So, it's like as long as something stays swift, somebody's not going to notice. I don't know how that. Okay. Stay strong in your faith. There's that mustard seed. Stay strong in your faith with Dolomite. All right. A positive outcome is going to depend on a positive mindset. So you are like chosen to have the ability here to transmute the energy through faith. Or you're to see what kind of faith-based systems here that are too reactive. Let yourself be on. Something's too reactive. It's not about peace. It's not simple here. Give it to God. You could be giving this to God or not trying to control the situation. Okay, let's see. Wow, there is divine intervention with gold. The frequency of gold, very high frequency of gold. That's why it's so expensive and popular. All right, God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. This was part of a life lesson with Peridot. There could have been a material loss with that move and the tower. Control issues were a factor. Had anger attached as well, collectors. So here's the prosperity in reverse I just mentioned. So there is something about me hanging on for finances, or there was a blockage in your divine support. So therefore, it was up to you to remember or reconsider, because the universe is responding upon your actions and not infringing upon your free will. Spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clear to you, which prompts you to make the necessary changes with turquoise. Just said something about that. So clearing the emotions of this loss. Okay, there is celebrations here. There is celebrations to get together and for control issues. So you could be avoiding those, are unapologetically turning things down that aren't for you, that have to do with what maybe you've done before, but you already know it created something. So you're not interested, possibly. You value your self-worth now. You are God's precious gem. I have gold and I have a diamond. And to me, that just says marriage or a wedding ring. Okay, without the sensitive emotional attachments. Okay, it just takes self-confidence. And it also may require you to purify and detoxify. And that could be part of that divine intervention after you choose to do something like that. Kind of make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Honor your energy and participate in what makes you feel good. And if it doesn't, then don't. Increase support in reverse. Right. If it doesn't, then it don't. Deep emotional healing is involved here. Something about being authentic. Trying to be authentic. Unapologetically be yourself. Spiritual path is now in reverse. This is energy that's choosing not to make the necessary changes, or this has to do with choosing to do the deep emotional healing, choosing to do the work. Increase support in reverse. So this old support system was part of a karmic path. You switched it up here. You switched up your communication with yourself and how you speak to yourself. You own your divine power now. So you replace codependent people-pleasing tendencies with assertiveness and empowerment. So standing your ground over here, even though it's a different path from others. Okay, collective, I'm going to get a couple more. Release toxic relationships in reverse. So you could have done that. That's part of the remembering. That's part of what your dreams are telling you. And they're probably telling you what to release. Information overload. So time to delete some narratives, time to delete things so there could be an upgrade with your abundance and these expectations. What is divine intervention about this unhappy feeling in the South Node? This was not a joyful time or experience. Wow. And then I've got bliss. So we go from something unhappy, unhopeful to very blissful. When you be yourself, simply be yourself. And have an attitude of gratitude, because that shifts the energy as well, and it helps with the transmutation of the heavier energy that are when you didn't have the self-confidence to not receive less than you deserve, give without expectation, but that doesn't mean, know what you're giving to here. Wow, be yourself comes back out. When you are being yourself, you are more aware of what you're giving to and what you are willing to receive. All right. Worry is a wasted emotion in reverse. Whatever is not your worry to carry with this Three of Cups. Kindness counts in reverse. Someone might have mistaken your kindness for weakness, but that isn't your problem here. Practice moderation. You could be working on yourself. Kindness counts in reverse, again with a spiritual path in reverse. So some kind of leader that's not leading by example because of some kind of laws and philosophy. I think laws and philosophies are backing this up, but it's blocking abundance in the long run. It had an expectation, again, attached with a faulty intention, and it was something to learn from as a mistake. Having the ability to admit when you're wrong is a very strong quality. Okay, I want to say that. Could be fast progress. You could be making fast progress by acknowledging and learning what you need to know here. Take great care as a reminder. What's here for the collective? The roots of success. So the roots of stability, I also bring the roots of success. It's like when the roots run deep, there's no reason to fear the wind, right? Especially with gratitude. So gratitude shifted the energy to success. Release burdens at this time. Collective. There's a cloud of unknowing. Something coming in, I feel, that is just you're not aware of yet. New heights to be reached. So there's a cloud of unknowing with the roots of success. So how can you go wrong? When you be yourself and you have new heights to reach. So you are either with a group or you're elevating from a group. Happiness is simple. So whatever direction happiness is, it is going to be a simple direction. Simply be happiness, and then there you have happiness. See what's real here. See what's real about this spiritual path in reverse that has a connections. Okay, so usually it's like what? The more real you are, the less of the more you're alone, probably. The more non-real you are, the more support in the world you might have. More adventures. Somebody might be wanting more adventures, but take great care with those adventures, okay? Because we got, weird energy I just picked up on there. There's a saving grace. See what's real, the truth. I talked about the truth being real slow. It's not fast. See what's real, there's a saving grace. This is also you releasing in such a way that is graceful. Again, would take great care. So you are like being very supported here. Making miracles. Okay. Supported to make miracles. what is that? There could be some kind of smell that could bring about a memory. I don't know what that's called. Oh, you got true love coming in. It's like not soon. It's here now. Or something. This your roots of stability have to do with forgiving and learning the South Node energy, and because you have the ability to forgive and learn. I mean, if it was so easy, everyone would be doing it, and that would be just too simple, right? So we have a retreat. You could be retreating away from this energy and it's like going into the unknown, going into the void, saying, okay, how do I free myself? We got a honeymoon coming up. I said something about that. There was a codependency on a past issue that is hanging on. You may no longer trust this energy. You have something worth waiting for. That's a hope. Wherever hope was being lost, it wasn't being lost everywhere for yourself. It was just what you were attached to that was blocking something to come in for you. So, collective, release your X in reverse. It's all attached to this X. You have a new potential or a newer height than some kind of energy that was previous as well. It's safe for you to love. So it's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's the release of what didn't feel safe to have the feeling of safe. So sometimes you have to experience what you don't want so much that when you see what you do want, you make the necessary changes. Unrequited love attached to free yourself in reverse. So you are freeing yourself from what is not going to continue for. It's not like you disrespect something, but it's like, reconciliation in reverse. Not returning to the past again. X attached to the X, not reconciling. You have something worth waiting for. You don't longer trust something with this energy. You have a wedding in reverse. You could have been married to this energy, but you have something new coming in that is going to be a love upgrade. Religious factors could be keeping people together, some kind of beliefs or ideas. For yourself, what kind of beliefs or ideas attached to an X or extendedness with an X. So some kind of beliefs keeping things together. You could be retreating from this, and this energy is very closed-minded. Well, okay. I'm going to end it there, I think. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. I do hope this was helpful. Enjoy your day. Thank you.